And here we are, and this is just a very little bit of a pre-renovation of the church, because I am going to be renovating it and I wanted to have a reference for before I actually do it. However, this isn't from the very beginning, as these andesite blocks all the way up are new. Likewise around the doors, well, this door, and at the same time I have moved the doors from down here in that corner to the middle on either side and shortened the windows slightly. I do, however, believe that I should move this down one, so it's just one single orange window pane in the middle, as I do believe that that would look the best. But if you exit through here, you can see it from the outside, where I have started building these big pillars, where they then go up and around and form a kind of rib cage look. However, it is a bit odd, the shape of the building, so I may have to redo a bit of it or just improvise. But yeah, I will, however, have to change a few of the materials as well. It doesn't look too good, this combination, because it's a bit, well, the contrast is a bit too big, even though contrasts are usually best when they are very strong. So with that out of the way, I shall begin renovating. Okay, and just as a small update, I have done a big deal of work on the roof, and well, yeah, I started off making it cobblestone and stone bricks, but I didn't feel that that was pretty enough, so I decided to completely remove it and replace it with cobblestone on the edge and spruce stairs and blocks on the sides here, which looks better, although I'm not too fond of how tall it's going to be. Well, I think that I may have to extend these pillars out a little bit to give it a bit more, well, roofiness, if that's even a word, which I doubt that it is. But yeah, well, it's somewhat better than before, and at the same time, if I can just get up here, it isn't a square building, which makes it a bit more difficult to make the roof as well. There's a big rectangle, and then there's kind of a spherical part on the side with a final flat bit on the front. So yeah, it's a bit different than what I'm used to, so I'll just take the easy route, curve this up a bit, slam it into this wall here, where we can then have a big window as well. It's going to be very tall up to the ceiling, well, up to the roof, that is. I may put in a big ceiling here, so you can use it for storage or just decoration or something, so you can't see the roof all the way from the bottom down there. However, it is a very tall roof, as I believe that it was 113 tall, well, height, yeah, 113, and all the way down here it is 69, so that is a difference of 54 blocks. So 54 meters may not sound like that much, considering that there are buildings in the real world which are like a few hundred. I think that the Burj Khalifa is like 795 or thereabout. I'll have the real image and size up on the screen right now in bottom right corner down here. But yeah, it's going to take a great deal of work to curve this roof all the way up, so I'll have to bring it back for that. But I also wanted to say that I've chopped down these jungle trees as well. They didn't really fit the look of spawn, and I also had to remove that one, which I just noticed. And I have removed these acacia and dark oak trees as well. it was just a big lump of trees, which I didn't really like, and yeah, I built a small watchtower here on the side, which I actually do like, because it gives the backside of the building a bit more character. And here we have these out entrances and this small balls, or yeah, a fenced-in area I'll have to remove quite soon as well. Yeah, wow, I really say as well very often, but yeah, that is going away. I may have to rejig the inside, but I'll try to leave the inside as is, because it's not going to be viewed as often. But if we just run up this path here, you can see that you can look out here, and you can go up again, and you can enter the upper level from up here, and also look out through the window, which is a great view in my opinion. And you can also come out here on this small balcony and look around, and for example look at Notgnirracen's pagoda. But that seems to be everything except for the fact that I made these small windows here, which means that yeah, I'll convert these stairs into full blocks and span them all the way across, so that they go just above that cobblestone line there, and add a door there and a door here. At the same time, I'll also have to make some path up, because it's a bit difficult to just, well, to get up there without a stair or a ladder. Fly! And I'm out. But yeah, that's that, and I'll bring you back when I have finished that part of the roof. And if it doesn't look good, that's just too bad, because this is taking way more time than I had expected. And as you can see here, I have finished. Okay, I can't get up there, but yeah, I have finished this side of the roof, and as you can see, it looks quite dull right now, because it doesn't really have that much depth. Much better. It doesn't really have that much depth, so I am going to be adding some windows, like, you know, those old kind of types where it sticks out a little bit. If I remember it, which I hopefully will, there'll be a picture up in the right corner right now of how it's supposed to be looking. Well, somewhat supposed to be looking, but yeah, it needs a bit more detail to make it work. But yeah, it's much better than what was before, because before, well, it was just a, well, kind of like this roof, where on this pagoda it looks pretty nice, but on such a large building it didn't really work to just have full blocks just going up, because here it's at least stairs. But over, yeah, it didn't really suit the building. So yeah, it's better, but it's still not perfect, so I can hopefully improve it by adding said windows. And there was just a very little cut right there, because I had some technical difficulties due to me being stupid. But as I wanted to say, yeah, we need to expand this place here across, so that we have a ceiling here, which can maybe be used for storage, since Black Magic 1337, aka Axel, the creator of this church, asked if I could sort his chest for him, and instead of just doing that, I can fix him a whole new storage level up there. I'm not going to sort his chest though, I'll just make a big flat area. But yeah, it's really starting to take shape, so I'm glad for that. In order to do more work, I do, however, need to get some more spruce wood, which is what I'm going to do, and apparently I am waking up in 7 hours. That's too bad, because I was having so much fun with the stream here. But no, apparently I'm not allowed to be dreaming, because then he tells me that I need to wake up and he'll go and take over. Ay, such a nuisance. But I'll chop down a fair few spruce trees and get to building. And at the same time, I also need to severely? No, not severely. Oh, that's the castle. Yeah, I need to build a much bigger storage for myself. As I built one for Notgnirracen, but yeah, when building it, I noticed that I seriously also need one myself, since my chest room, as you can see, here, is, well, it's a bit all over the place, and yeah, the furnaces are, well, they aren't that optimal. Well, it isn't really that much of a storage building, more so than a storage house, as it was primarily a house which I then made into a storage. And as you can see, everything is spread all over, like all over. Not really that well categorized, and at the same time it doesn't have that much capacity as well. 4 double chests of dirt and 1 double chest of cobblestone isn't enough when I have like a few more double chests of dirt over here in the corner, and I have like 10 double chests of cobblestone down in my hole, aka the garden, which is also a work in progress. So I'll just bug off. So I'll just bug off before you see it. But yeah, I'll have to make a new storage house, and that storage house is hopefully also going to have a automatic smelter. Well, not automatic, but super smelter, if you wish to call it that. A minecart with minecart chest on top of some hoppers leading into a whole bunch of furnaces, and then those furnaces leading into a chest, so you can just pick it up and be done. Like, just fill up a chest and then go have some tea or go watch some YouTube videos, and bam, all is done. Like, a whole double chest of glass can be smelted in a little bit of time without you having to check on it and refill the ovens. So it's going to be a big project, and for that I need to find a suitable location for such a large task, and at the same time I also need to finish my other large tasks, such as the storage I'm building for Notgnirracen, which isn't really done. I need to do some work on the nether hub, as it doesn't have a ceiling, and it also isn't done, as it only has like 2 walls on the second level, and the sub-levels aren't even started yet, so that's a bit of a conundrum, which I'll have to fix quite soon. But yeah, I'll bring you back when I have made some more progress on the church. For example, when I have finished the second part of the roof. And as you can't really see, I have actually finished the second part of the roof. Ta-da! And I added another of the small towers. So it's starting to take shape, and it's starting to look pretty acceptable. Although it still needs a fair bit of work, especially the roof, as it is pretty bland, yes. And there's a zombie here, and you're dead. Good. So that is the task for another time, because right now I actually need to do some work on the quartz house, Notgnirracen's quartz storage, as it has just been sitting there for such a long time. And he's probably getting a bit annoyed at me But to talk a bit more about this place, I am thinking of tearing all of this up if the owners don't complain, which they probably will, even though they probably shouldn't, seeing how they haven't used it for a few months as they're over their building in the mountains. But anyhow, it needs a garden, and this place isn't that pretty in terms of gardening, garden shapes, garden something. Because if we just fly up here, you can see that it is a bit lackluster, and at the same time it's also not centered, which is really quite odd. So yeah, it'll just be easier and better to just tear it all up, fill it in with grass, and I don't know, make some small benches or something. But I realized that I need to fill this in before I can actually say that it's finished for now. So that means that I'll just go down here and get some... No, it isn't over here, is it? It's over at the extra storage. And instead of just teleporting over there, well, using /home, I want to show this. It's a house. Well, technically it's supposed to be a villa that Notgnirracen is building, and I really must say that I like the look of it. And it's also quite colorful compared to this grey monstrosity and, well, that white monstrosity and that white monstrosity behind this tree that you can't see. That white monstrosity and that grey monstrosity and that brown and grey monstrosity and that brown and grey monstrosity over here. So yeah, it's nice to have some colorful places to look at. And it's also much in the same style as this house, which is very good since the only colors we have here are white, grey and red. And now we have blue. And soon we're going to have even more blue. And also water blue. But that's not our blue. So I'll just take this and you can bug off. So now we can just fly up above and fix this. And also, if you're wondering why the video may look a bit different, that is because since the last part of this video where I said like I'll be right back when I have finished the second part of the roof, during that part, as in one real day, I have actually gotten a pretty much whole new computer. So whoops. But yeah, now I'm an AMD person instead of an Intel. So now I have a AMD graphics card and an AMD CPU. And I really must say that I'm quite fond of the performance that it's giving me, because if I move over to extreme volumetric lighting shaders, which I like never use because it's quite taxing before, and also pretty, and then let's just say like 18 chunks render distance, because why not? 45 FPS, which is insane. And I also got a pretty good picture, like pretty good. I actually use it for a thumbnail. So yeah, it's nice. And if you just have day and ta-da. Okay, I thought that I fell down, but apparently I did not. So yeah, the performance is pretty great now, and I mean, I'm recording at the same time as having 18 chunks render distance and shaders, which, well, let's just admit that that is a bit unbelievable. And also, apparently, I didn't even know this, but apparently I'm supposed to get like 3 free games. Pardon me, can I perhaps land? I am not touching the keyboard right now. There we go. Okay. Apparently, according to my... Can you please land? Come on. Thank you. According to my friends, and after further checking according to the internet, I am apparently supposed to get a bunch of games. Okay, that's not good. Houston, we have a problem. Oops. I'll go back to no shaders. Let's see if that fixes it, which it probably won't. No. Okay then. It seems like the server. Yeah, the server. Okay. Why, if I may ask? No? Okay, I'm not allowed to ask that then. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, because sorry, as I was saying, I'm supposed to get some free games, so it's Everspace and 2 more games, I believe, which is amazing because Everspace is awesome. So that means that if and when I manage to get those games, I'll be posting some videos of them. But thank you very much for watching, and I have no idea what's going on, so I'll have to see if the entire server's dead, which I hope that it isn't. But I thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.